tired of the music. Cut the music. The Goofy Fella Show. Welcome. You know what it is. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Like. Today's comment topic is going to be... do you guys think I should keep going with the podcast? Is it a waste of time? Is it a waste of my amount of time I have on this planet? What am I doing? I'm talking to a mic by myself, looking at these little bars on my screen. You guys can't see it. All you're looking at is a goofy fella face and a number. I'm looking at these bars on my screen. When I go like this, the bar goes high. But when I go like this, the bar's low. What am I doing? I could be sleeping. I could be going to school. I could be, I don't know, writing a book, reading a book. You know, last time I read a book? I don't. Probably for school. They made me read a book, like in junior high school. And here I am, just talking. I got bored of playing video games, so I was like, hey, I could do a podcast. And now I'm talking. Do you guys think I should continue? Is it worth it? I don't know. Do I get a lot of worth out of it? It feels good whenever I look and I'm like, oh, wow, I got 50 views on this podcast. But really, what that probably is, and I've been lying to myself this whole time, it's probably just people, because it's like an hour-long episode, so someone on their drive to work, which is like a 15-minute commute, they'll listen a little bit, they'll exit out. Later on, they'll come back to it. Maybe 3 days later, they'll come back to it. So it's probably like the same 6 people coming back and listening to this thing. I don't know. I do not know. The only way I can know is if you leave comments and like and subscribe. Maybe hit that bell button a little bit. Maybe do a little tapping of the bell button. That'll notify me whether or not I need to continue with this. Now, am I going to continue either way? Yes, of course. This may just be a little bit of a bait to get you guys to give some feedback on the old podcast. Maybe get me rolling a little bit. How's y'all's week going? Mine's fine. Thanks for asking. Last episode we had Adam. Today on the Goofy Fella Show we have just the host, Jake. I want to go ahead and clear up a little bit of confusion we have. Is the Goofy Fella me? Does the Goofy Fella exist? Is he goofy? All these questions will be answered later in the episode. I don't have any topics today, so we're gonna wing it. You guys heard of winging it? I went on the tool truck today. To some of you, that might make sense. To others, you may be questioning what that is. A tool truck is a big truck that drives to your place of business, and they hope it's like a salesman. I'm sure anyone in any line of business has dealt with salesmen before, but they come up. It's a pathetic job to have. It's disgusting. The only job worse than a fucking salesman is a driver. But the salesman comes up and he's like, please, do you want to buy something from me? And you'll be like, no, I'm good. You know, I got everything I need. He's like, have you considered that maybe I have something on sale? And you're like, I'm not interested. You know, I'll be good. And they persist. And there's nothing more pathetic than that, than someone who persists after you tell them no. It's kind of like if you were to tell a woman no to having sex and they persisted. You know, that's just, I've never experienced it, but it's I'm sure that's not good. The other way around, it's really not good. But that gets dark. Let's not get into that. I went on the tool truck. I finally said yes after weeks and weeks and weeks of this person being like, please come buy something from me. And I finally used an excuse. I was like, oh, my wife would kill me if I went on your truck and spent any money. Of course, not true. My wife's very supportive of what I do. She would allow anything I would want to do. So, but I use that as an excuse. And he kind of shut up for a few weeks. But today he walked over to me, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go buy some tools. And so I went on his truck, spent $750, and now I'm indebted to him. I've fallen into the trap. I've sold my soul to the devil that is the Snap-on man. And I'll be paying him off for, let's see, I'm doing $75 every 2 weeks. It's a lot of weeks. I'll be paying him off for the very small amount of tools I got, but it is what it is. I needed the tools. You guys don't care about this. Let's move on to something funny. Did you guys see speaking of funny, did you guys see that incident that happened at the air show in Georgia? Kind of funny. There were 2 old planes crashed together. Big incident. See, there's not much bigger than the air. Atmosphere is big. The air is a big space, but these 2 planes decided to meet in the same location in the air. It's a weird coincidence. Sad, tragic, I'll take that. But it's kind of funny when you look at the clips. It's almost like it's slow motion, and I'm sure if you were in the planes, it's as fast as it can go. But when you're looking as an outlooker, you're like, why didn't you just move? That's kind of what I thought about the back in 2001. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this plane crash that happened in these buildings. Why didn't the plane just move, Seemed like there was plenty of opportunity for the plane to just be like, oh shit, there's these 2 buildings I'm flying really close to. I better veer out of the way, but they didn't do it. Twice. Nevertheless. I'm not a pilot. I don't know. Maybe there's some stuff to piloting I don't understand. I heard Trump is running again for presidency, which I'm kind of shocked by. We all know how your boy feels about Trump. It's very odd he would run again. He went from being one of the most, he was rich, so people didn't like him, but other than that, he's Trump. Then he ran for president, got it, then he was hated, and everyone hated him, and he got out by not being reelected, and then he decided to go back into the shark pit. I find that to be odd. Me personally, I don't like being hated. I don't mind it, but if it was a choice, I'm not going to be hated. He decided to do it again, is what I'm hearing. I just saw an article. Earlier I tried to go on news articles and try and make jokes about him, but it is hell, dude. I want everyone to pause this video right now and go to your Google browser and type in the word news and try and spend 4 minutes reading through articles. It is painstaking. Very hard to do. It's a lot of politics stuff. See, back in the day, back when I was a kid, you could go through the news and it wasn't all about politics. It was about more innocent stuff, like planes being crashed into multiple buildings. Back in the day, you could read news articles about bombs happening in Boston during a marathon. It was more innocent times. Now you go into the news and it's all about freaking Nancy Pelosi and her big old honkers and her husband who's gay getting attacked by a prostitute who he owes money to with a hammer. It's all about politics. I want to go to news and hear things about, I guess I should go to small town news. If I went to small town news, maybe I'd get more interesting things. We might have Dave joining us. Dave, if you're listening, This call out to you. I told you I'm podcasting. I told you to join in at any time. But if I was a gambling man, I do not think we are going to hear from Dave tonight. Let's see. I have this thing on my desk. It's a little, you know those inflatable dudes at the car dealerships? They flop around, the tube guys. I got one of those, a little one. Let me turn it on so you guys can hear it. He's pretty cool. You hear this? Oh, yeah. And he'll flop around. I like him. Those things were in the movie Nope. I was just looking up some stuff on the movie Nope. It's a Jordan Peele film. It's about aliens and black people. And in that movie, they have a lot of those. That doesn't make much sense to me. See, what they could have done is just done like a spotlight. I know it was during the day. Maybe it was because it was during the day. But they put out all these, the alien effects, I guess, electrical systems. So they put out all these noodle guys in this field so they could tell where the alien was. And wherever he was, those floppy guys would fall down. But I feel like they could have done something a little bit easier. Locating that many tube guys can't be easy. Do you know how many car dealerships you got to go locate to find that many floppy guys? It was like probably 50 of them. That's 50 car dealerships I got to go find. And I'm not talking about Toyota, you know. If I'm going to a Toyota dealership, I hope I don't see any tube guys. I'm talking about Joe Schmo's car dealership. Any Call of Duty players? This may be boring to some people, but I've been playing Call of Duty, and that's the video game I was playing before I came and podcasted, and it really pissed me off because I've searched how to get a gold gun, and it says there's four camos you have to get for each gun, and once you complete all those, you get the mastery camo of gold. And I did that for 2 different guns, and I didn't get gold. And all my research I've done, it said that's all I have to do, and then I got gold. Also, if you guys are Call of Duty players, please leave a comment of what I'm doing wrong. You know, for each gun, it'll have 4 camos. You have to get 4 different challenges, and if you complete all those, my understanding is you get gold for that gun. But I fucking use the M4 for an hour, and I get all these attachments, you know, I get all the attachments, I get some weird random camos, but then I do the 4 camos it wants me to get. Do you know how hard it is to get back kills? I have to shoot someone in the back with an M4. That means I got to camp, and I got that. I don't have gold for it. What is up with that? Is it my game? There was an update. I'm updating it right now, but maybe my game's fucked, and the update's going to fix it. But if that's the case, they've had 3 years to make this game. Why haven't they made it good yet? It's Call of Duty. I shouldn't expect more from it. I'm going to look around my room real quick, see what I can look at to come up with something to talk about. I see a globe over there. Can I do something with that? Disney. You guys been to Disney? Have you been to Disney recently? Me and my family, we go to Disney quite often. I'd say quite often, maybe 2 times a year. The Magic Kingdom is the park we usually go to, and there's this ride there called the Haunted Mansion. I've gone on that ride probably 20 times. Never once have I seen Eddie Murphy. So I'm trying to figure out whether or not I need to file a lawsuit against Disney about false advertisement about seeing Eddie Murphy, because the only decent part about the Haunted Mansion is Eddie Murphy. You guys see that truck that had Eddie Murphy's giant head on it? That's what I want to see when I go into Haunted Mansion. First thing, giant Eddie Murphy head. And then second thing I want to see is Eddie Murphy from the movie Norbit, where he plays the woman. The fat Eddie Murphy. I want to see that. And then third thing I want to see is fat Eddie Murphy from the movie The Nutty Professor. And then ride done. That'd be the perfect Disney ride to me. My favorite amusement park ride is probably The Mummy from Universal. I don't know if anyone's been to Universal. Any Universalers? But there's this ride there, The Mummy, from the 2001 hit movie The Mummy. And it's a small roller coaster with one drop, but it's my favorite. And it's my favorite because of personal experiences I've had with me and my brother going there. And we went there one time during Mardi Gras, and everyone was at the Mardi Gras fucking whatever it's called. Parade? Is it a parade? Whatever. But while they were doing that dumb shit, we went over to the Mummy, and we hit up the Mummy like 37 times in a row. That was fun. No one cares about that shit. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about from the rip. Who's listening to this? What a waste of time. It's a waste of time for me, because I could be sleeping. But it's a waste of time for the viewer, for the listener. Who wants to listen to this? I'm talking about the Mummy. I'm not wearing socks. You know, my hair looks like shit. And I'm over here talking about the Mummy. Not even the movie with Brendan Fraser. What's up with Brendan Fraser? He got fat and now he's in another movie. Brendan Fraser's like one of the actors that got canceled without doing anything. You know, he didn't do anything bad. He just fucking quit getting in films. People quit probably because he got fat. Who's gonna cast a fat Brendan Fraser? The only thing Brendan Fraser really had going for him was he was attractive. Mummy 2, he could get it, but now, yeah, he could still get it. You're right. I'm watching Peter Pan. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about Peter Pan before, but this is the scene where Peter Pan has returned Tiger Lily to the Indian village. And so now they're celebrating because Tiger Lily has been returned, and they're passing around the old peace pipe. It's a little racist. Whenever you start this, if you guys go to Disney Plus and you try to watch Peter Pan, it'll tell you in the beginning, it'll do like a 15-second pause, and it'll say, some of the things in this are not culturally appropriate, and watch at your own risk. But it's just because they have Indians who are red-skinned. You know, they have red skin, literally. And they say stuff like Oonga Boonga. But I think that's pretty accurate. I've watched enough documentaries to where this is pretty accurate. Their lips are super thin and like poked out. They're like, what makes the red man red? Oonga Boonga. This lady looks like Sacagawea. Enough about Peter Pan. Adam was over this weekend. Adam, how you doing? We didn't record a podcast, though. I wasn't in a real funny mood. I didn't feel like being funny, but he was over and we talked about Indians, actually. Because I had just watched The Men Who Built America. And it was about 1776, you know, when the colonies were here and we took over America. I can't think of anything funny. Who cares? we're going to go ahead and take an intermission because I've run out of steam. Take an intermission. It's probably going to be a short one. I'm not even going to bother to put anything cool in the middle. And we'll be right back. Hey, future Jake. Hey, what's up? Just chilling. Hey, welcome back. We're back. I was listening through the first half. This is the second half. Welcome to the second half. I was listening through the first half, and two words came to mind. Self-deprecating. And self-deprecating sounds a lot like self-defecating. And it made me want to tell you guys about the stories of me shitting my pants. I've shit my pants probably more than a normal man should have. Just based off of conversations I've had with other men. I'm not gonna factor women in this because the thought of women shitting, that's weird to me. I don't think women should shit personally. Call me old-fashioned, if you will. But I don't think women should be shitting. So the men I've talked to who have admitted to me they've shit them pants, it's less than I would have imagined based off of my personal experiences. So maybe my butthole's a little bit looser than the average, you could say. Maybe my shit's a little bit more aggressive. At work, they call me the porcelain punisher. But your boy just be shitting when I gotta shit. So if I eat food, I have to shit immediately after that. Sometimes, so I have like a 30-minute lunch break. Sometimes I'll eat food on my lunch break. Before my lunch break is over, I have to go shit. Does that make sense? And something I've battled with my whole life, pardon me, is whether or not I'm shitting out the food I just ate, or it's the food from my last meal I had that's waiting for me to consume more food, and then it's ready to be shit out. I don't know. I'm not a shitologist. I don't know. If we have any poop scientists in the listening group, please let me know. It's been a big topic on my mind. I pooped my pants. The biggest memory of me pooping my pants I was headed to work one day. I believe I was drinking a one of those Starbucks Frappuccino glass bottle drinks they have. You know what I'm talking about? And I had breakfast, and I was driving to work, had a, just to set the mood, interior, Volkswagen Jetta, blue, head gasket leak, coolant leak, and I was driving to work, went to go rip a nice big one, and a little poop comes out. And so I said, well, that's unfortunate. What are you going to do? Turn around, whip back to the house, call my boss, say, hey, I'm going to be late, shit my pants. Pants full of shit. I'll be there in a little bit. He was like, understandable. And I drive back to the house, and I do the decent thing that any man should do, because women don't shit, is I take my feces-filled undergarments, and I fold them up real nice, put them in a Ziploc bag to mask the smell, to kind of contain the mess, and I then set that Ziploc bag into the garbage can, the disposal. Lo and behold, I got made fun of for this, which I thought was odd. So, turns out, fellas, I'm talking to you. If you have a significant other, apparently it's better if you just take your shit-filled underwear and rub it all over the walls than to dispose of it properly and courteously in a disposal. What do they call it? What do the British call a trash can? A waste. The bin. I don't know. Something like that. Put it in a Ziploc bag, throw it in the fucking trash. That's the best way to dispose of your shit-filled underwear. Don't bother trying to wash it. Burning it is just nastier. Ziploc bag, trash. Throw away that trash bag. It's gone forever. And I've been in the trash industry before. I know it's gone forever. Another memory I have of me pooping my pants, if you guys are interested, is I was going through a McDonald's drive-through line. Now, I believe I had already eaten, but I was buying my wife dinner, I think is how this went. And it was a similar situation where I went to go fart, but a little bit came out. All these times, it hasn't been, just willy-nilly pooping my pants because I have no courtesy. It's just been an accidental seepage, if you will. And we were going through the drive-thru, shit my pants. We get the meal. I'm trying to go home, and I believe, if my memory serves, my wife said her fries were not salty enough, and she wanted me to go back through the line again with poop in my pants. But that's enough with that. Earlier, I was looking around the room trying to find topics to talk about, which is insane because I'm sitting in front of a computer where I have unlimited topics to research and talk about. So I'm going to search through my YouTube recommended and try and come up with some stuff to talk about. Their McRib. There's a video. It says Spider-Man McRib. I'm going to ignore the Spider-Man part for a second and do the McRib. I had never had a McRib until very recently. We went, because this is supposed to be the last comeback for the McRib. So I was like, well, I got to try it while it's still out, because I had never had it. I went and had it. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about the McRib. I don't actually think it's real ribs. And that may be a hot take. But I didn't get any bones in mine personally. It just seemed like meat to me. But barbecue sauce was there. I got some pickles. I think that was it. Barbecue sauce, pickles, no other condiments. It was okay. I think the bun selection was weird. If I were to do a McRib, I wouldn't do a bun. See, every time I've ever had ribs, it's never had a bun. It's just been ribs and then like sauce. But apparently a Mick means bread, so they did this long bun. It wasn't great, but it will not be missed by me personally. I'm okay with it leaving forever. I watched a video earlier of Christian Bale talking about all his biggest roles. He played American Psycho. Do you know what British Psycho would sound like? He'd sound like, "Hello, mate, I'm a fucking psycho. Isn't it, bruv?" That's all I got for you there. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Oh, fuck, it's listening to me talking about the McRib. It's telling me more McRib shit. I do not care. I'm going to keep scrolling. More McRib shit. Another thing that everyone's done, I haven't done. I didn't watch Black Panther. because I'm a racist. Just kidding. And I watched Black Panther. I don't know. I'm not a big Marvel fan anyways, but Black Panther seemed especially like a movie I shouldn't watch. And now they've come out with 2. Black Panther 2. Even though the Wakanda fella has died. Interesting. I would have just stopped that one. Let's talk about firearms. Maybe. So the firearm... never mind. That's not a funny joke to people who care about my well-being. I'm going to end it there, guys. I know that's disappointing. Pretty short episode, but it is an episode. And I don't have anyone telling me how long I should make the episodes. And I think I've run out of funniness for the night. If I tried to do anything else, it'd be forced, and I don't think anyone enjoys that. So hopefully you guys got a few chuckles out of what I've given you. Make sure to leave a comment. Leave a comment telling me that I shouldn't continue this. Please. Are they doing another launch? November 16th? What's today? The 15th? Artemis 1 launch. To the moon? Are we going to the moon? Oh shit, wait a second.
So excited on the edge of their seat.
This large woman is telling me that we're going to the moon here.
And I'm actually joined here by 3 women who are...
We'll do a moon podcast later, guys. Now it's sleepy time. I hope you all have a wonderful night. If it is daytime, take a nap. Whenever you're listening to this, at the end of it, take a nap. Whatever time of the day it is, if you're at work, go ahead and take a break from work. Take your lunch early. Go and take a nap. If you're on your way to work, just go ahead and take a quick nap while you're driving. That's actually the best time to nap because you don't have anything else going on. May as well take a nap. If you are sleeping while you're listening to this, just do what you're doing. You're doing great. Very proud of you. And goodbye.